Hey guys, I hope you're doing good. So as you can see today I have a very special video for you. So this video is gonna be about the school system of Haiti and the one of the United States. So because in this video we're going to talk about the school system of Haiti, but we're going to make a comparison between it and the one of the United States. So I have a guest with me. We're going to do so together in this video. So I think it's time to let him introduce himself. Hello, February.
Hello, Mr. Salva.
So could you please introduce yourself?
Okay, first of all, I am overjoyed to be here with you today on this YouTube channel, and this is a great pleasure for me. My name is Junior Pierre Eden Fevrier. I speak several languages. I'm about to finish my study on linguistic and translation this year, and I'm quite motivated to pursue my study on this field. Thank you.
So thank you a lot. Well, I think now we can really start with our topic. So before even going further, I would like you to tell us in a few words where Haiti is located, because sometimes when I talk to some foreigners and tell them I'm from Haiti, they usually ask me where is the country located. So can you please tell us in a few words where it is located?
Well, I'm not going to say a lot of things, just a few sentences to help people know where Haiti is situated or located. So Haiti is located on the island of Hispaniola, between the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. It is bordered by the Republic Dominican to the east. So I think this information will help your friend, your foreigners, and other people to see where Haiti is located. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you a lot, and I think so too. Well, now what can you tell us about the school system of Haiti and the one of the United States? So,
Okay, in Haiti, we start with kindergarten in our school system, okay? And we'll find children about the age of 3 or 4 years old. And as you asked me to make the differences or to show the similarities between our system of education and the US one, so I'm going to say a little bit and make it stage step by step. Okay, for the US, for the American people, they also have kindergarten. But before, they have daycare, preschool, and kindergarten. And in Haiti, after kindergarten, children just go to elementary. Some people call it primary school, okay? And we have 3 cycles. In the first one, you're gonna find 4 classes that start with the 1st grade to 4th grade. In the second cycle, you find 2 classes, the 5th grade and the 6th grade. And in the third one, which is the last, you'll find 3 classes, the 7th grade to 9th grade. And this is not the same things for the American people. They also have elementary school, but for them, they do not have 3 cycles like us, but they have another subdivision. For example, they have elementary school, you'll find 4 classes that start with the 1st grade to 5th grade, and they have a middle school, you'll find 6th grade to 8th grade. So welcome back to Haiti. In Haiti, after elementary school, you're gonna go to secondary school, and that starts with 10th grade to terminal. For the American people, they start our secondary school at 9th grade to terminal 1. And I think with this kind of information, people will be able to see the differences or the similarities between our education system and the US one. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. And what I may add to what you just said is that so in Haiti, schools start in September and they end in June or July. And in the US, it is the same thing. They start in September too, but they end in May or in June. And we can also see in Haiti, kids start school at the age of 2 or 3. And in the US, they usually start at the age of 4 or 5, okay? And they finish at the age of 18, sometimes 16 or 17. And in Haiti, they finish at the age of 18 or sometimes 19. So now what about the languages used in those school systems? What can you tell us about them?
Well, as you know, in Haiti, we got two languages, which are considered to be our official languages. We have Haitian Creole and French. And unfortunately, they use French to teach us. When I say unfortunately, because there are only 5% of the population can be able to speak French. This is the reason why I've said unfortunately. And we don't have to be an expert to see that there's a match. You can imagine they teach us in French and only 5% can speak French clearly or better than the others. So I just want to say they should teach us in our mother tongue. So as you're gonna find these kind of things in United States, so they teach their children in English, and not only in United States. You're gonna find this in France or Republic Dominican and so on and so forth. This is the reason why I'm wondering why they do not use our mother tongue to teach us. And as said Michel de Graaf, we have lost and wasted a lot of Einstein because of the language barrier. It's a barrier for me. Thank you.
Yes, so I do agree with you because in almost every country in the world, the teaching language is the mother tongue of the country, but in Haiti, we have Haitian Creole as our mother tongue, the language the majority of the population speaks and understands very well, but they use French a lot to teach the students in Haiti. So when you use a language the students don't really understand or speak, so you can see what is going to happen. So what they are learning, they won't really be able to understand, and they will easily forget them. So I think French, as you know, it is our second language. I think the students should be taught French. I mean, they should teach them to speak French instead of using it to teach them the other stuff they are teaching them. And Haitian Creole should be the teaching language in the school system. I think that would be a perfect choice for our school system in Haiti. And what about the two foreign languages they teach us in our school system? So what do you think about that? Because they teach us English and Spanish, and you can notice after 7 years, a student cannot even spend 1 minute or 2 minutes speaking in those languages.
Well, okay. I'm not going to go further to search something else because for me, there are at least three reasons. The first one is the method. The method isn't efficient because in Haiti, just put focus on writing. I mean, rules of grammar or writing essay. And the second one is the teachers. There are too many teachers. We are not qualified enough to teach a foreign language. For example, for me, a teacher should be able to speak the language fluently. This is in this way, you're gonna give the model so the children will just want to follow him. Okay? And the third one, which is the last, is the way they give evaluation. For example, welcome in Haiti, we're gonna have an examination in English. What you're gonna notice, they're just gonna give you a piece of paper, so you just have to answer questions and write essay and so on and so forth. They just put focus on reading. I'm not telling that writing isn't important, but I think in learning a foreign language, one of the first goals is to communicate. And to communicate, we need to speak and listening. So if we change the method, we'll be able to have our children in another ways to speak a foreign language clearly or better. That's it.
So exactly, as you said, the method is not efficient, it's not good. So let's say, for example, if we consider the way languages are taught in institutes, so you can see in just a couple of months, a student can start speaking a foreign language when he or she goes to an institute. So in an institute, they use a series of books that can make the students speak the language. So I think the same thing should be done in our school system. So they should use a series of books. For example, in 7th grade, they can use book 1 and 8th grade, book 2 to teach the students, and the teachers should be qualified also. For example, if you have a teacher who cannot speak the language, who is teaching the language, so not alone the students won't be able to speak either, because the person who is teaching should be a model for them. So I think too, as you said, the evaluation is not good the way they do it, because the focus is based on rules, on vocabularies, so it should be based on speaking and listening. I think if the students know they will have to speak and listen during the examination, it's clear that they will make more efforts to speak the language. So try to do some activities for them to practice the languages, make them love the languages by showing them the opportunities they can have with the foreign languages. So I think all of that will really help them to speak the languages they are being taught. Well, thank you a lot, February. So we talk a lot in this video. I think it's time to put an end to it, because we've already talked a lot. So I don't know if you have a last word to everyone who is watching this video.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Salva. What I just want to say to who's watching us is to subscribe on this YouTube channel and to support you by liking this video, sharing it with their friends. So thank you, and that's it.
So thank you too. I hope everyone who is watching this video who doesn't subscribe to the channel yet is going to do so, and they won't forget to like the video. So subscribe to know whenever I upload a new content on this channel, because there will be so many interesting new contents on the channel. So thanks a lot. I hope to see you in the next video. If you don't subscribe yet, do it so you can know when I post the next video.